Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video this morning. I want to appreciate everybody that joined the live last night. Probably one of the best lives that I've done with a bunch of guys that we really didn't have anything to talk about. We just kind of went with the flow with what we had. I had a real big YouTube trucker, used to be trucker anyways, but he's got a big news channel. Mother Trucker came in and made some comments, which was really nice for a guy that's got less than 1,000 subscribers, and I know everybody knows who he is. It's kind of cool to have him in. I verified it really was him or somebody with his group anyways. I think he does pretty much everything of his own, but it was kind of nice to have him come in, and I appreciate Alex coming in. Had a chance to meet him a couple years ago at the truck show with Trucker Tide, and he's pretty solid guy. And again, it was nice having him, but don't really have anything to talk about this morning. Just basically wanted to get in and kind of promote next week. Next week, Wednesday, we're going to be back on track with our regular time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Things were kind of screwed up this week. I went home for a couple of days. Was going to do the live at home on Tuesday, and just really, honestly, just didn't have time to do it because I had too many things at home to take care of, and I don't really like doing my shoots at home or anything like that. But when Wednesday came around, it was me hustling, trying to get caught up. With me living in Florida, it usually takes me about at least a half a day, if not a whole day, to get caught up to Deadhead to Georgia to get a load and at least get it picked up before midnight. So that's pretty much what happened and why we didn't get a video. So I definitely wanted to get a video out for Wednesday because had a few things we wanted to talk about, and we got the housekeeping issues at the first, and towards the end of the show, we just kind of had a free-for-all, and overall, I think it went pretty good. There were some good questions. Had some new people that came in and asked some things too. So each week, that's the whole goal of the YouTube channel is new guys coming in, asking questions, and you know, sometimes this is a fit for everybody at JB Hunt, getting an SFI truck, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes guys have their own trucks. We got several guys that have come aboard with us that have already had trucks. I mean, like I always say, it's not always about the money, but if you are going to come over here and you are going to get under with us, we do ask that you use us as a referral. But that's not the whole purpose. The whole purpose is at least to get you guys making money, and also for us to keep track of everybody, because it really is hard trying to get that shadow to go away, but it's not going to. But we're trying to keep track of all of our guys the best way we can, and that way everybody can be profitable. It's kind of hard, on one person to dispatch. And I say dispatch, but he's the one that gets the loads for the 11 of us. I think there's 11 of us now, if I'm not mistaken. We got 2 or 3 more coming aboard in the next couple of weeks. So I mean, we're growing exponentially very quickly, and YouTube is what's really making it big. Once again, like I tell everybody, any questions, absolutely, please call me. We'll look at what you got and see if it makes sense. I've actually talked half a dozen people out of it because it didn't make sense for whatever reason. When maybe they're at a good carrier now and they just want to make more, but unfortunately they're making more than we are. And I tell them, I said, yeah, I mean, there's really no issues here, but if you're making $3,000 a week at the carrier you're at, why come here? I mean, you're already succeeding what probably 90% of the other truckers out here are doing right now. It's just the economy's crap. We got to stay grounded. We're all in survival mode until hopefully next year things change around. All the predictions are that we are going to have a good first quarter next year, maybe second quarter, who knows, but we just have to be in survival mode, and that's pretty much what we're doing. And just like I always tell guys when they call, a lot of guys call and they say, I don't want to run 3,000 miles plus a week. Well, you know what? Then this just really isn't for you, because that's how we make our money. We do have a lot of deadhead miles, and that's just, unfortunately, the time we live in right now. But anyways, great live last night. Please come check our live out this coming Wednesday. We're going to call it the bitch session. Trying to keep it clean, but it is the bitch session. Any complaints about anything, whether it's your job, truck stops, me, Poppy, anything that we're doing, this is your chance to get it out. I can't say that we'll have any answers for you or anything, but it'd be a little bit of a, I don't want to say a grieving session, but maybe we can get some stuff aired out and maybe find some answers. Who knows? But that's what our live's going to be next week. I think it's pretty good. I would, if things happen the way I want them to, I would like to have a live next week. I've got a guy that wants to come on our live next week, but I'm not going to do it on our special live. But maybe Tuesday or Thursday of next week, I might try to get this guy on. If anybody watched the live last night, he works for SRO Logistics, and it's a small carrier. I think they only have 5 or 6 drivers. Just want to pull him on and get some information from him, because that's what this YouTube channel is about. It's not really about anything else than helping other truckers, figure out what their place is, where they like to be, where they want to be. Even if it isn't JB Hunt, maybe it's another carrier. And anybody out there wants to come on the live show and talk about their carrier and maybe do some recruiting, I'm open game with it. That's what I leave this channel up. It's not about us recruiting, because the people that want to come to us, they'll come to us anyways, whether they, they won't like the other carriers. So this is just for anybody, for recruiting purposes, or just getting your company out there purposes, or whatever your idea is. Or maybe you just want to talk about what you do and maybe you love it, like the guy at SRO Logistics. He's talking to me all the time, telling me how great it is and what he likes to do, and not saying never in the future, but right now it just doesn't make sense. That might happen in the future, but we have a path and a guideway, I think, of where we're going to go, and that's to be seen in the near future. But anyways, on a pre-trip, it's about 6:30 in the morning, just watching truck drivers pull into the truck stop. It's a different game out here, guys. You got to watch all ways around you, because these new truckers that are coming into the game, and not going to really go over a whole lot of it, but everybody knows who they are, what they are, and man, they are about themselves. They don't care. They will run into the side of you, the back of you, or run you over if you're not paying attention. A lot of guys make fun of some truckers, maybe the Schneider guys, where they're required to wear their safety vest and everything out in the parking lot. I do agree that the safety vests don't keep a trucker from running you over, but at least you had it on and they had an opportunity to see you. I gotta tell you the truth, man, that's not a bad idea in today's market with these truckers. I've got a light that I put on my head that when I'm doing my pre-trip or I'm out and about, I leave it on. It was one of my Swift gifts from years ago, and I gotta tell you what, that thing's come in handy, and it's very bright. If you don't have one of those, I would get one. I try to walk around with it in the parking lot as much as I can when I'm doing my work. But guys, you got to be careful out here, man. It's a different world in today's game. There's so many things that are against us, whether it's money, trying to make these miles, or maybe you're trying to get a certain percentage in before the end of the week, your payroll cut off. Then you got to worry about the other truckers that want to do other things and run into you. And then you got the truck stops that charge you astronomical numbers. I can remember going into a truck stop getting a fountain soda for like 79 cents 3 or 4 years ago. Well, guess what, that's like almost $2.50 now, and that's just the soda. Everything has gone up, and truck stops have always been notorious for charging 100, 200, even 300% more than what the items are really worth. But those are the things we live with. And parking's another one. I've never been a guy to park at reserve parking. It's up to $15 and even $20 a night at certain places. And my honest opinion is, and I don't agree with it, but it's a truck stop. I think all the trucking should be free. I understand why they do it, but I don't understand why they have to charge for parking. And again, I know a lot of it has to do with the truckers taking care of stuff, because you see marks and stuff all over the concrete. We all know what those marks are from the concretes, and guys just don't take care of anything anymore. Trash cans are filled to the rim, and you wonder why the people don't come out and empty their trash cans. Well, guess what? They do it 6, 7, 8 times a day, because trash gets filled up. But anyways, that's part of the bitch session, which we will bring out on Wednesday. Once again, anybody needs to contact me, 321-270-6669. Be more than happy to answer questions, see if it's a good fit for you, and we'll try to get you some help and get you on our board and do what we can for you. Got big plans for the future. Unfortunately, we can't do our big plans and grow quicker than what I want to until, you know, the economy turns around. Once the economy turns around, then we can look at doing other things. But right now, JB Hunt's where it's at. And again, this isn't a complaint session for JB Hunt. JB Hunt's been fabulous. I've not been bothered, not been hassled. I mean, really nothing at all. I mean, this really isn't a bad company. The only complaint that I really have is just communication sometimes. You know, and again, I'm not naming any people out, but, you know, some of the communication sometimes is kind of difficult. Got a great fleet manager. He does everything he can. Unfortunately, he takes a little bit more time off than what I like, but, you know, he's got some issues, some health issues and stuff that he's dealing with. But, and that's understandable. But I get all my answers, you know, questions answered from somebody else if needed or down the line. But other than that, you know, I don't have any issues with JB Hunt. I could honestly stay here forever. But, you know, it's all about the money, guys. You got to chase the money. Hate to be that way. People call me the diva, the job hopper and all that. And again, I don't really have any plans to job hop or anything, but obviously if a better offer comes by, we all should look at it. Unfortunately, right now, there just really isn't a better offer for my fit. And that's just the way it is. But anyway, guys, getting ready to start moving here in a few minutes. Just wanted to put out a short video. Give me a call if you guys want any answers for anything or questions answered. I've always got my phone on. If I don't call you back immediately, then I'll call you as soon as I can. You guys have a great morning. Be safe as always, and we'll catch you on the Wednesday live. Oh, and by the week, I haven't done any videos in a while because really haven't had anything to report. Just to kind of give you an update, the week before last, the week after the last video, I ended up grossing about $5,600. This past week was a little bit down because I had a load cancel last week and I had to pretty much redo everything. So I was sitting at about $4,200 for last week. Wasn't nothing to write home about. Lousy paycheck. Everything was lousy about it. Actually, I don't even think it was $4,200. I think it was like $3,900. But, you know, we are going to have those weeks. And that's why, you know, I try to put transparency out there and let people know that, you know, there are good and there are bad. And you really have to look at it at a monthly basis. There are going to be some bad weeks, and that's just unfortunate. It does happen. But anyways, I'm trying to get better at putting videos out there, but you guys just don't realize how hard it is to do a live show. Try to put out at least 1 or 2 videos a week and still, you know, drive, you know, 70 hours a week, because I run my 70 out almost every single week and do a hard 34 every week. It's difficult. And then, you know, have times for yourself to do the things that you like to do. I mean, I love watching television, catching up on TV series and stuff like that, or watching other YouTubers. It just depends on what's going on, but there's a lot of things that go on in a guy's life until you do a YouTube channel. When you do a YouTube channel, your whole world changes, and you got a lot of things that you got to keep up with, and sometimes it's difficult, but I'll try to get better to put more content out. But this is the end of the video. I know I've been rambling, but any questions, call me. Have a good morning. Be safe, guys.